Hello, everybody. Scoony007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we've got the 10-11 Houston Astros taking on the 9-12 Cincinnati Reds. This is game one of a two-game series between the Astros and the Reds. Who's going to come out on top on game one? Will it be the Houston Astros? Will it be the Cincinnati Reds? We're going to find out in just a second. Here is the starting lineup for the Houston Astros. Leading off, the second baseman, Kazoi Matsui. Batting second, the center fielder, Darren Estrada. Batting third, the shortstop, Miguel Tejada. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Lance Berkman. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Carlos Lee. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Hunter Pence. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Mark Loretta. Batting eighth, the catcher, J.R. Towles. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Chris Sampson. On the mound for the Big Red Machine, it is Bronson Arroyo, who will come into the game with a 5.87 ERA. He's got no wins and one loss. He's pitched 23 innings, allowed 27 strikeouts, 27 hits, 22 strikeouts, and 13 walks. We're here at Great American Ballpark, which gives a +1 to strikes and nothing to home runs or walks. And with that, Kazoi Matsui will step up. He is batting a 200. And we're ready for the first pitch as the home plate umpire dusts off home plate. And pitch. First pitch, 4-6, column 4, row 6, double question mark, single on a 1 to 10. The 12 is too high. So anytime you roll the double question mark, you're always going to result to the double question mark line. You always follow. Even if the batter is not tired, always follow the double question mark. 1-1. Column 1, row 1, and that's going to be good for a base hit into center field. And with that, Matsui is on with a base hit. All right, let's take a look at the starting defense for the Reds. We've got Dunn out there in left field. Hairston will be in center. Griffey will be in right field. Go around the horn. We've got Encarnacion at third. Kippinger at short. Phillips will be on second. Voto will be at first. Ross behind the plate. And Bronson is on the mound. Strategy roll is a 3. That's going to be a steal attempt. That's going to be a -1. It's going to be a 15 or less. They are going to send him. That is a 5. Matsui was still second. So with that, the Astros now have a runner in scoring position. Darren Estrada will come up. He is batting a 292, infield at normal depth. And here is the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3, hit by pitch. Bronson will give a -2. Makes Darren's hit by pitch rating a 2. That is a 17 is too high. 4-2, column 4, row 2. Ground ball to Phillips, who'll make the catch. And with that, runners will advance and balls hit the first, second, or the catcher. So Matsui will go to third. And with that, the Astros now have a runner 90 feet away. 1 away, strategy roll is a 20, it's a pickoff attempt. It's a 1 for Bronson. If he rolls a 1, he picks him off. It's a 2. Miguel Tejada steps up. He's batting a 265, 1-6. Column 1, row 6, that is a strikeout. On a 1 to 7, that is a 9. The 9 is too high. 1-3, column 1, row 3, and that's going to be a fly ball back there to Griffey. Will make the catch. And that is an out. However, it is a sacrifice roll. So with that, the Astros do get one across. It's 1-0. On a sacrifice by Miguel Teja. Lance Berkman batting a .293, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-2, column 5, row 2, strikeout. On a 1-10, that is a 9. Struck him out. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on for the Astros. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Cincinnati Reds. Leading off the center fielder, Joey Hairston. Batting second, the shortstop, Jeff Kippinger. Batting third, the right fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the second baseman, Brandon Phillips. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Adam Dunn. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Edwin Encarnacion. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Joey Votto. Batting eighth, the catcher, David Ross. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Branson Ariel. On the mound for the Astros, it is Chris Sampson. Comes into today's game with a 2.54 ERA. He's got 1 win and no loss, 17 2/3 of an inning pitched. He's allowed 16 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 6 walks. And with that, Jerry Hairston batting a .385 steps up, and here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That is a blank. Hairston, 2-2, column 2, row 2. Ground ball down the third baseline to Loretta. He'll make the catch. And that'll put it 1 away. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Houston Astros. Lee will be out there in left field. Estrada will be in center. Pence at right field. Going around the horn, Loretta at third. Teja at short. Matsui is on second. Berkman at first. Towles behind the plate. And Sampson is on the mound. Jeff Kippinger batting a .220. And here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6. That is a blank. 6-1, column 6, row 1. It's a ground ball to Matsui. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Ken Griffey Jr. up. He's batting a .256. And the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's going to be good for a walk. On a 1-13, that is a 3. And Griffey will trot on down to first. So with Griffey now on first, that's going to bring up Brandon Phillips, who's batting a .236. Strategy roll is a 2. Reds holding off. 2 outs, runner on first, and here is the pitch. 5-3, column 5, row 3, strikeout. On a 1-10, that is a 3. Struck him out. So that will retire the side as no runs, no hits, no errors, but the Reds will leave 1 stranded. After 1, it's Astros 1, Reds nothing. We go to the top of the second. Carlos Lee, Hunter Pence, and Mark Loretta drew up for the Astros. Carlos Lee batting a .423, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is a possible error. Whose error range are we checking? And that's going to be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. It's going to be Encarnacion. Encarnacion's error range is on a 1-11. That is a 7. No error check needed on infield singles. Batter beats the throw. That is safe at first. So Lee is safe at first. And with that, Hunter Pence is up. He's batting a .241. Strategy rolls a 10. Astros holding off, and here is the pitch. Pitch 1-1, column 1, row 1, blank. 1-6, column 1, row 6. Fly ball back there to Dunn. And that'll be out number 1. Strategy rolls a 1. It is a hit and run attempt. So a hit and run, all ground double plays will get a -2. Base run ratings will get a +2. All home run and walk rates for the batter are cut in half. We round those down. Lineouts are double plays, and if the batter strikes out, we'll resolve the play as we would if Lee would try to steal. Loretta batting a .238, infield at double play depth, and here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. Possible error on a throw. And that is going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. Ground ball to Encarnacion. Error ranges on a 1 to 11. That is a 6 for Encarnacion. That is a throwing error. That's a 2-base error. So on a throwing error by Encarnacion, throws it wide to Phillips. And that won't go right. And they'll take 2. Loretta will go to second. Lee goes to third. Infield playing in. J.R. Towles is up. He's batting a 106. Strategy roll is a 3, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. Strikeout plus. Now, on a strikeout plus, we add 10 to that range, plus the 1 from Great American. So we add 11 to Towles' strike. Excuse me, that. We add 10 to Towles' strikeout range under the right-handed pitcher line. So therefore, that becomes a 24. That is a 15. Struck him out looking. And 2 away. So with 2 outs and runners on base, we add a +1 to the base run rating. Chris Sampson is up. He's batting a 500. Strategy roll is a 3. The Astros holding off. And here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. It is a range play. So in a range play, we check the first digit in the outfielder's arm. Whose range are we checking? 3-4, column 3, row 4. Fly ball to Hairston. His range is on a 1 to 3. That is a 6. That's going to be good for a single. 1 run will score. Loretto will hold at third. His base run rating is a 2. And on a roll, when we check for runner batsman on a 2 through 5, if the roll is less than or equal to, we always check the red die first. And in this case, that is a 5. It is greater than, so he will hold. So the order flips over. We go to the top of the order. Kazuo Matsui is up. He's 1 for 1 today with a run scored. Runners on the corners. Infield at normal depth with 2 outs. Strategy rolls an 18, and here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Home run chance on a 1 to 10. The 19 is too high. Kazuo being a switch hitter, so he's batting left today. He's batting left at the moment. 2-6, column 2, row 6, and that's going to be a fly ball back there to Griffey, who will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors, and 2 left on for the Astros. We go to the bottom of the second. Adam Dunn, Edwin Encarnacion, and Joey Votto do up for the Reds. Adam Dunn batting a .297, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6. That is a blank. 6-6, column 6, row 6, and that will be a single to Pence. So Adam Dunn will lead off with a base hit. Edwin Encarnacion is up. He's batting a 206. Strategy rolls a 14. And here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. Strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 6. Struck him out. And that'll put one away. Next up, Joey Votto, who's batting a 462. Strategy roll is a 12, and here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. Possible error on a throw. Whose error range are we checking? 3-2, column 3, row 2. It's going to be a fly ball to Estrada. Error range is a 0. And that'll put 2 away. David Ross, batting a 500. Strategy roll is a 6, 2 outs and a runner on first. Infield normal depth, 4-3, column 4, row 3. Strikeout on a 1-12. That is a 7. Struck him out. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Reds will leave 1 stranded after 2. Astros 2, Reds nothing. We go to the top of the 3rd. David Estrada, Miguel Teja, and Lance Berkman due up for the Astros. Darren Estrada 0 for 1, and the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-1, column 3, row 1. That is a range play. Whose range are we checking? 1-2, column 1, row 2. Fly ball to Houston. His range is on a 1-3. That is a 1. He'll make the catch. It would be a double otherwise. And that'll put 1 away. Hairston on his range plays. He is 1 for 2. He is 50%. Miguel Teja with an RBI. And the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. Strikeout plus on a 1-17. That is a 1. Struck him out. And that'll put 2 away. Lance Berkman 0 for 1. Struck out his last time up at bat. And here is the pitch. Berkman 6-1. Column 6, row 1. Strikeout. Sorry, that is a blank. Berkman being a switch hitter, he's batting left right now. 6-3, column 6, row 3. Ground ball to Encarnacion. He'll make the catch, throw to Votto, and that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the Astros go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Bronson Ario, Jerry Hairston, and Jeff Kippinger due up for the Reds. Branson batting a 111. 5-3, column 5, row 3. Strikeout on a 1-18. The 20 is too high. 1-5, column 1, row 5. That's going to be a double to Lee. And with that, Branson will get on with leads off with a double. Top of the order, Jerry Hairston, who is 0 for 1 today. Strategy rolls a 7. Reds holding off, and here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3, at the ballpark. Anytime you roll the at symbol, you resolve it. You resolve the play on the ballpark card. So we're going to resolve Hairston's at bat on the Great American Ballpark card. 1-1, column 1, row 1, and that is a blank. When a blank comes up on the ballpark card, it is a rare play. So let's see what the rare play is. And with that, the batter slides headfirst into first base, trying to beat out a slow grounder to grounder to SS. Runners advance one base. Check for injury. So the out is at first. Ario will advance. The out is at first. And with that, Joey Hairston is out for the rest of this game. So Hairston out at center field. So they are going to bring in Norris Hopper. Hopper will come in to replace so with that, runner now on third. So the Reds have a runner now in scoring position. Jeff Kippinger is up. 1 out. Strategy rolls a 17. Reds holding off. He's 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That's going to be a walk on a 1-6. The 8 is too high. 1-4, column 1, row 4. Line drive to Teja. No double play there, and that's going to be an out. So 2 outs, runner now on third, and here comes Ken Griffey Jr., who walked his last time up. Strategy rolls a 3. 6-1, column 6, row 1, at the ballpark. Great American for the play. 1-2-1, column 2, row 1. That is a double in the left field. 1 run will score. The Reds are on the board now with 2-1. RBI double by Ken Griffey Jr. That's going to bring up Brandon Phillips, who is 0 for 1, struck out his last time up at bat. And here is the pitch. Strategy roll, by the way, is a 5. 1-2, column 1, row 2. Possible error on a ground ball. And that's going to be a 1-2, column 1, row 2. Ground ball to Loretta. His error ranges on a 1-6. That is a 1. It's a ground ball error. He'll make an error. It's a 1-base error as Loretta will boot the ball. And that puts runners on the corners. So 1 error committed by both teams. Brandon Phillips, who is 0. And that is going to bring up Adam Dunn. Dunn, 1 for 1. Runners on the corner. Strategy rolls a 12. And here is the pitch. Reds holding off. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is a walk. On a 1-19, that is a 7. And that'll load the bases. So, bases are loaded. A-Rid Encarnacion is up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Strategy rolls a 7. 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Infield at normal depth. And here is the pitch. 6-4. Column 6. Row 4. That is a blank. 6-5, column 6, row 5, double star 1. It's a ground ball to Loretta. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error, and the Reds will leave them loaded after 3. It's Astros 2, Reds 1. We go to the top of the 4th. Carlos Lee, Hunter Pence, and Mark Loretta due up for the Astros. Carlos Lee, 1 for 1 with a run scored, and here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-10, that is an 8, and that's going to be good for a walk. Strategy roll is an 8. Infield at double play depth as Hunter Pence will come up. He is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1, range play. Whose range are we checking? 4-5, column 4, row 5. Power hit to Hopper. That's going to be a 15. That's going to be a fly out. So on a 15 to 20, it's going to be considered a fly out. His range is on a 1 to 3. That's going to be a 5. The 3 is good for a single. He can't get it in time. Lee will go to second and he'll hold. Pence will go to first. And on a 1, he'll go from, Lee will go from first to third, -1 from Hopper. Die roll too high. Mark Loretta is up. He is 0 for 1. No outs and runners on first and second. Here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6. That is a blank. Loretta. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Single to Hopper. And with that, Lee will tag up and go to home. Does he advance to home? He'll go from second to home on a +2. That makes it a 3. And the die roll, remember we checked the red die, that is a 3, so it's less than or equal to. He'll score. Pence will hold off at second, and that is an RBI single by Mark Loretta. J.R. Towns is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Strategy rolls a 15, and here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. Range play at the ballpark. It's 3-1 Astros. 6-3, column 6, row 3. It's hit to Dunn. Dunn's range is on a 1 to 3. Doesn't qualify for the home run. That's a 13. That is an 8. 13 too high. So it's a double. Dunn's range is on a 1 to 3. That is a 4. It is a double. That's an RBI double by J.R. Towns. Loretta will, Pence will score. Loretta will hold off at third. And what that done is now 4 for 10 on his range plays. Chris Sampson up. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI. Strategy rolls a 6, no outs. Runners on first and second. 3-5, column 3, row 5 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Great American. 3-3, column 3, row 3. Single +8 to Hopper. And that will score 2 runs. Loretta and Howells will score, and an RBI 2 RBI single by Chris Sampson. And he'll hold. That is a 0. That is a 4. He'll hold off at first. And with that, the bullpen for the Reds is starting to warm up. Kazui Matsui, who is 1 for 2 with a run, and here is the pitch. Strategy roll is a 6, infield in. Bullpen for the Reds starting to warm up. 1-6. Column 1, row 6. That's going to be a strikeout. We go to the top of the order for Matsui, by the way. That is a blank. 5-3. Column 5, row 3. Pop up. Phillips underneath it. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Puts 1 away. Darren Estrada's up. He's at what? He's 0 for 2. Strategy rolls a 13. And here is the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is a blank. And that's going to be a 5-1. Column 5, row 1. That is a single to Hopper. And with that, the Astros have now runners on first and second. Sampson will hold at second. Base run rating is a 0. Runners will hold if it's less than 1. Miguel Tejada is up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and an RBI. Strategy rolls a 13. Astros holding off. Here is the pitch. 1-3, column 1. Row 3, hit by pitch. That's a 5. The 8 is too high. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's a single to Hopper. And that'll load the bases. So let's take a look here. Sampson, we have a 1. We check the second eye. And on both of these, the lead runner will advance. It's 7-1 Astros. Estrada will hold. Yep, and with that, the Reds are going to go to the bullpen. So with that, we do have the first call to the bullpen. After 3 1/3 innings by Branson Ario. Not yet. They're going to... Let's see what he can do. They're going to give him 1 more. His pull rating is a 0. 6-6. Column 6, row 6. They are going to give him 1 more. It's a range play. And that's going to be a 2-2. Column 2, row 2. Ground ball to Kippinger. His range is a 1. That is a 6. It gets by him. And with that, we have the bases loaded. So Estrada will hold at third. Tejada holds at second. Yep. And now they are going to go to the bullpen. So Branson Ario will come out. And they are going to bring in Raymond Ramirez. Ramirez will come into the game. So we have not seen him yet at all. So he's coming into the game as a relief here. He's got 1 win and 1 loss. He has an ERA of a 2.67. He's pitched 27 innings, allowed 17 hits, 21 strikeouts, and 11 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Ario, he went 3 1/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. An ERA of a 7.53. Bases are loaded. Carlos Lee is up. He is 1 for 1 today with a walk and 2 runs scored. Strategy rolls a 13, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6. Possible error on a ground ball. So Raymond does have the special K rating. On a 1 to 6, the 15 is too high. 5-4. Column 5, row 4, fly ball to Dunn. No error rate, no error there to Dunn. Dunn's error range is a 5. That's a 13. And with that, that is out number 1. And with that, well, we're going to check. It is a sacrifice roll. So with that, we do click this. Tejada will advance. Dunn advances. So runners will move up to second and third. It's now 8-1. Hunter Pence 1 for 2 with a run scored, and here is the pitch. And by the way, strategy rolls are now turned off. The difference of the score is 7. We take that difference, add it to the inning we're in. We're in the 4th inning. Come up with the number 11. If the number is higher than 10, you don't roll for strategy. Hunter Pence 1 for 2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a walk plus, 4-2, column 4, row 2. That's a strikeout plus. That's going to be a 22. That's going to be a 3. Struck him out. 6 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Joey Votto, David Ross, Raymond Ramirez due up for the Reds. Joey Votto is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be a ground ball to Teja. His range is on a 1-3. That is a 2. Teja will make the catch. Throws it over to Berkman for the out. Chris Sampson now tired. They are going to leave it. They are going to leave him in the bullpen for the Astros, starting to warm up. And here is the pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-21, that is a 4, and that's going to be good for a walk. Ramirez, we're going to let. They are going to let him take the hit. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That is a strikeout. On a 1-21, that is a 16. Struck him out. Struck him out, and we go to the top of the order. Jerry Hairston, who is batting a .270, who is 0 for 0. And here is the pitch. 2 outs and a runner on first, 4-4, column 4, row 4. That is a blank. 4-4, column 4, row 4. Ground ball down the first baseline to Berkman, who will make the catch. And that'll be out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, but the Reds will leave one stranded after 4. It's Astros 8, Reds 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Mark Loretta, J.R. Towles, and Chris Sampson due up for the Astros. Ramirez is staying out there on the field, on the mound. Mark Loretta, 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI. He can face 9 more batters. 1-5, column 1, row 5. Strikeout plus on a 1-18. That is a 9. Struck him out looking. And that'll be 1 away. J.R. Towles, 1 for 2 with a double, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. 4-2, column 4, row 2. Possible error on a throw. On a 1-17 for the special K, on a 1-6 for the special K rating, 17 too high, 2-1. Column 2, row 1, that's going to be a fly ball back there to Dunn, as he'll make the catch. And that puts 2 away. Chris Sampson up. Sampson is 2 for 2 with a run and 3 RBIs on the day. And that is going to be a 2-3. Column 2, row 3. That is a blank. Special K rating on a 16. High. 6-2. Column 6, row 2. Ground ball to Kippinger. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and no errors for the Astros as the Reds retire them in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Jeff Kippinger, Ken Griffey Jr. and Brandon Phillips due up for the Reds. And with that, for the Astros, we do have a new pitcher on the mound. And they are going to bring in David Borowski. That is his card. Borowski. Comes into the game with a 4.50 ERA. He's got 1 win and 1 loss. He's pitched 10 innings, allowed 18 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Chris Sampson. He went 4 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and an ERA of a 2.48. As for Branson Ario, he went 3 1/3. His ERA is a 7.88. Kippinger, Griffey, and Phillips due up, and here is the pitch to Kippinger, who's 0 for 2. 1-2, column 1, row 2, strikeout plus on a 1-14. That is a 6. Struck him out. And that'll put 1 away, and Ken Griffey Jr. 1 for 1 today with a double run and an RBI. 1-3. Column 1, row 3, range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to Great American. 6-4, column 6, row 4. It is a single to Estrad. His range is on a 1-4. That is a 6. Estrad can't get it. It's good for a single. And with that, Ken Griffey Jr. will get on with a base hit. Brandon Phillips, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. Possible error on a throw. 1-5, column 1, row 5. Pop up to Loretta. Will make the catch, and that'll put 2 away. Adam Dunn, 1 for 1 with a walk, and here is the pitch. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's a possible error. Whose error range are we checking? 2-3, column 2, row 3. Estrad, error range is a 0. That is a 6, no error there. And that will retire it. And that retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Reds will leave 1 stranded. We go to after 5. It's Astros 8, Reds 1. We go to the top of the 6. Kazui Matsui, Darren Estrad, and Miguel Teja due up for the Astros. Top of the order, Kazui Matsui, who is 1 for 3 with a run scored, and here is the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4, at the ballpark. We're going to go to Great American. Special K rating on a 1-5. That is a 5. Struck him out. 1 away. Darren Estrad was 1 for 3 with a run scored. And here is the pitch. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That is a blank. Special K rating on a 1-5, the 12 too high. 4-5, column 4, row 5. Ground ball up the middle to Ramirez. He'll make the catch. Throws over to Joey for the out, and that'll put 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. Miguel Teja up. He's 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and 2 RBIs. Here is the pitch. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That's going to be a walk plus on a 1-13, 17 too high. 12 outside of the range of the special K, 2-5. Column 2, row 5. Ground ball down the first baseline to Joey. He'll make the catch, flip it over to Ramirez. And out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Reds retire the Astros in order. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's an easy inning to score there. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Edwin Encarnacion, Joey Votto, and David Rawls due up for the Reds. Edwin Encarnacion, who is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. David Borowski staying in. He can face 3 more batters. 6-2, column 6, row 2. Strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 2. Struck him out. And with that, Joey Votto is up. He's 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5, strikeout. On a 1-9, the 18 is too high. 6-1, column 6, row 1, double star 6, and that's going to be a fly ball back there to Pence. Will make the catch, and that'll put 2 away. David Ross up. Ross 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. 2 up, 2 down. Can Ross keep the inning alive? 5-6, column 5, row 6, at the ballpark. We're going to go to Great American. 1-2, column 1, row 2, double star 5, fly ball back there to Estrada. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the Astros retire the Reds in order. After 6, it's Astros 8, Reds 1. We go to the top of the 7th. Lance Berkman, Carlos Lee, and Hunter Pence due up with the Astros. Lance Berkman 1 for 3 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. Berkman 4-1, column 4, row 1. Ramirez can face 3 more batters, and that is going to be on a 21. Remember, we add 10. 1-21, that is a 16. Struck him out. And that'll put 1 away. Carlos Lee is up. He's 1 for 1 today with a walk, 2 runs, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6. Double star, fly ball back there to Hopper. He'll make the catch. And that puts 2 away. Hunter Pence 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a run. And the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3, strikeout. On a 1-12, that is a 7. Struck him out. So the Reds retire the Astros in order. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 7th as we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Let's take a look at the box score here in Cincinnati after 6.5 have been played. The Astros scored a run in the first, a run in the second. 6 runs in the 4th, 8 runs on 10 hits, and 1 error committed. The Reds scored a run in the 3rd, 1 run on 4 hits, and they've also committed 1 error as well. 14 hits by both teams, and with that, David Borowski is done. We do have a new pitcher on the mound. And they are going to bring in Oscar Villarreal. Bring in Oscar. That is his card. So Oscar comes into the game with a 4.0 ERA. He's got 1 win and 1 loss. He's pitched 9 innings, allowed 8 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks. And with that, Ramirez not going to take the hit here. And they're going to bring in Paul Bacco to pinch hit. So Bacco will come up. It's Ramirez, Hairston, and Kippinger due up. Let's take a look at the stats here for David Borowski. He went 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and ERA of a 3.75. Paul Bacco batting a 400, and here is the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5. Home run on a 1-4. The 13 is too high. 2-3, column 2, row 3. Ground ball down the first baseline to Berkman. He'll make the catch. And that'll put one away. Top of the order, Norris Humper up. He's 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. Humper 1-4, column 1, row 4. We go to the ballpark card. It's the range play at Great American. 5-2, column 5, row 2. To Estrad. Ranges on a 1-4. That is a 6. Can't get it, and that's going to be good for a double. Excuse me there. Hopper on with a double. Reds down by 7. 7 to tie, 8 to win. As Gene Rayburn would say on Match Game. Kippinger is 0 for 3 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. Possible error on a ground ball. Kippinger. 5-4, column 5, row 4. Fly ball back there to Pence. Error range for Pence is a 1. That's going to be a 13. No error there. Hopper will hold, and that's going to be 2 outs. Ken Griffey Jr. is up. He's 2 for 2 with a double, a walk, and an RBI. 2 outs, runner on second, and here is the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5. At the ballpark, we're going to go to Great American. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That is an S+7 to Lee. So it's an RBI single. Reds now cut the lead down to 6. It's 8-2. Griffey on first, but does he pick up second? Die roll, base run rating is a 3. The die is a 2. If the roll is less than or equal to the adjusted base run rating of the batter, he is safe with a double. And with that, Griffey takes that single and stretches it into a double. So with that, it's 8-2. Reds now down by 6. Brandon Phillips 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's a wild pitch. On a 1-12, it's a wild pitch. On a 13-14, it's a passed ball. It's a 9. It's a wild pitch. And with that, Griffey will move over to third. Phillips, 1-4, column 1, row 4. Ground ball to Matsui. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. And 1 left on after 7. Astros 8, Reds 2. We go to the top of the 8th. Mark Loretta, J.R. Towns, and Oscar Villarella will be up. And with that, the Reds are going to go to their bullpen. And with that, they're going to bring in Todd Coffey. that is his card. Coffee will come in with a 14.40 ERA. He's pitched 5 innings, allowed 9 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Ramirez, he went 3 2/3 of an inning, 5 strikeouts, no ERA. 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup for the Astros. Mark Loretta, 1 for 3 with a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6. We're going to start off with a walk. On a 1 to 10, that is an 8. So the walk Loretta, J.R. Towles is up. 1 on, no outs. Towles 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. Infield playing normal, and here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4, home run on a 1 to 8. That is a 7, and that ball is out of here. It's a 2-run home run by J.R. Towles down the left field line. Dunn goes back, can't get it, and that ball is into the stands. It's 10 to 2 Astros. And with that, Jeff Bloom will come up. Bloom batting a 2-1-2, and here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2, strikeout. On a 1 to 10, that is a 2. Struck him out. Top of the order, Kazui Matsui, 1 for 4 today with a strikeout and a run. And here is the pitch. 1-4, column 1, row 4, blank. 3-3, column 3, row 3, it's a single to Dunn. And Matsui will be on with a base hit. All right, infield double play depth. Darren Estrada is up. He's 1 for 4 with a run. And here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3, strikeout. On a 1 to 13, that is an 8. Struck him out. So with that, 2 outs, runners on first. Miguel Teja is up. Todd Coffey tired. Here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2, strikeout. On a 1 to 7, the 13 is too high. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That's going to be a double into center field past Hopper. Causeway will go to third. He's waved around home. On both of these, the lead runner will advance, Matsui being the lead runner. Teja, that is a 1. The roll is high. No, I'm sorry. The roll is less than. Base run rating is a 3. Teja will advance to third. Lance Berkman up. He's 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, and here is the pitch. Coffey's staying in. They just need 1 more out. 6-2. Column 6, row 2. Strikeout on a 1 to 11. The 13 is too high. And with that, it's going to be a 5-3. Column 5, row 3. That's going to be good for a single past Phillips. And with that, we're going to make the call to the bullpen. Coffey coming out. And they are going to go with Kent Merker. Merker's going to come in. That is his card. Merker pitched 4 1/3 inning, allowed 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, 4 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Ted Coffey. He went 4 innings, allowed 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and 1 home run. An ERA of an 18.95. So with that, Carlos Lee is up. He's 1 for 2 with a walk, 2 runs, and an RBI, and here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4. Wild pitch on a 1-13. It's a wild pitch on a 14-15. It's a passed ball. It's a 2. It's a wild pitch. Berkman will go to third, and with that, Carlos Lee. Here's the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5. Fly ball back there, done. We'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. So 4 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Adam Dunn, Edwin Encarnacion, and Joey Votto do up. I want to say they're going to bring in Tim Daybreak. Yep. Yep. Tim Daybreak is going to come in. That is his card. Daybreak comes into the game with a 7.14 ERA. He's pitched 6 1/3 of an inning, allowed 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 1 walk. It's 12-2. So the Reds need 10 to tie, 11 to win. Take a look at the stats here for Oscar. He went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 4.50. Adam Dunn, Edwin Encarnacion, and Joey Votto do up for the Reds. Adam Dunn, 1 for 2 today with a walk, 2-2. Column 2, row 2, that's going to be a wild pitch. It's a foul ball. We'll re-roll. 5-1, column 5, row 1, double start now. In the actual game, if you roll a double star on the pitcher card, you'll roll 1d6 to determine what the auto out is. In this case, the PC will do it, and it will be a fly ball back there to Estrada. He'll make the catch, and that'll be out number 1. 1 away, and with that, Edwin Encarnacion will be up, and here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6, that is a blank. And that is going to be a 6 on a 1-3. The 6 is too high. 6-5. Column 6, row 5, double star 1. Fly ball back there to Lee. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Joey Votto up. Votto is 0 for 3. Votto going to take the hit. Here's 6-3. Column 6, row 3. Possible error on a ground ball. And on a special K rating of a 1 to 5, that is a 4. Struck him out. So the Reds go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 8, Astros 12, Reds 2. We go to the top of the 9th. Hunter Pence, Mark Loretta, J.R. Towles do up for the Astros. And with that, Kent Merker done. And with that, they are going to bring in We're going to bring in Jeremy. That is his card. So Jeremy will come into the game. Comes into the game with a 6.43 ERA. He's pitched 7 innings, allowed 12 hits, 11 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats real quick here for Kent Merker. He went 1/3 of an inning, had 1 wild pitch. An ERA of nothing. So let's take a look at the box score after 8 had been played here in Cincinnati. Houston scored a run in the first, a run in the second, 6 runs in the fourth, 4 runs in the 8th inning. It's 12 runs on 14 hits and 1 error. The Reds scoring a run in the third and a run in the 7th. 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. So far, 20 hits by both teams. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Pence 1 for 4 with a strikeout and a run, and here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6, strikeout. On a 1-11, the 20 is too high. 5-5, column 5, row 5, double star 3. It's a ground ball to Kippinger, who will make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Mark Loretta, 1 for 3 with a run, a strikeout, with a walk, a strikeout, 2 runs, and an RBI. 5-6, column 5, row 6, strikeout on a 1-4. The 7 is too high. And that's going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third baseline to Garcia, and he'll make the catch. And that puts 2 away. J.R. Towles, 2 for 4 today with a double, a home run, a strikeout, 2 runs, and 3 RBIs. And by the way, that is his 3rd home run of the season. 2-1, column 2, row 1, strikeout plus on a 1-24. That is a 17. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the Astros go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 9th. David Ross, Jeremy Alfett, and Norris Hopper due up for the Reds. Tim Daybreak done. And they're going to bring in Jose Veraldi to close out this game. That is his card. Veraldi comes into the game with a 1.03 ERA. 1 win, 3 saves, 8 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 4 hits, 13 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Tim, he went 1 inning, had 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 6.17. 8-9-1 in the lineup, no changes to the Astros defense. Ross, here's the pitch. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk. With a walk and a strikeout. And that is going to be a 6-3, column 6, row 3, double question mark. That is a blank. 1-2, column 1, row 2, ground ball to Loretta. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Jeremy Alfred. And will not be hitting, and that's going to be Xavier Valentin will come in. Valentin batting a .238. 6-3, column 6, row 3. Double star on a 1-6. That is a 1. He'll make the catch. That's going to be a double star. It's going to be a fly ball to Pence, who'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Top of the order, Norris Humper was 1 for 2 with a double and a run, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be, the Reds are now down to the last out, 4-3. Column 4, row 3, home run. That's a 0. The 18 is too high. And with that, 3-2, column 3, row 2, double star 3. That's going to be a fly ball back to the Pence. He'll make the catch, and that's the ball game. And with that, the Houston Astros defeat the Cincinnati Reds 12-2. Final art score coming right up. So the Houston Astros easily defeat the Cincinnati Reds 12-2. Astros 12 runs on 14 hits and 1 error. The Reds 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. David Borowski picks up his second win, and Branson Ario will pick up his second loss. J.R. Tallis hits his 3rd home run of the replay. Taking a look here at the stats, David Borowski will be credited for the win. He won 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, an ERA of a 3.75. Branson Ario went 3 1/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 8 runs, 8 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, an ERA of a 7.88. Joe Varaldi went 1 inning. He picks up an ERA of a 0.93. And Jeremy Alfred, who went 1 inning, had 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 5.63. So that is going to do it for us today here at Great American Ballpark, as the Astros will improve to 11-11, and the Reds will drop to 9-13. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Scooty007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.